LifeLine's had quite a large youth work team, up to 20 members of staff, and so in today's episode I'm going to be reflecting on what we've learned in having a large team. I know lots of you out there probably have growing teams and winning new contracts, and there's some things that we'd like to share that we've learned the hard way that I'd love to give you the opportunity to learn the easy way. The first thing is about recruitment and getting the right staff in place. Sometimes roles are really difficult to fill, really difficult to get the right sort of person. You need to be really clear as to who you want and let your job description describe that, and use your person specification. But on top of that, you need to make sure you use the interview well to test the skills that you need staff to be able to display. But the interview isn't just about the interview. For me, the interview is the first part of the induction of the staff. And if you see it that way as your first training exercise, then that will really help the induction of the members of staff through the program. The first step is about getting the right staff in place. This is about knowing really clearly what you want, what skills you need in a member of staff, and displaying that in your job description and person specification. Then the interview is your really key opportunity to test that the staff's going to fit the team, the values, and be able to do the role that you're looking for. We don't just interview. In the interview we have a number of tests, observations, practical work, and we find that really useful to get a good sense of the member of staff, and also to induct the member of staff to make sure that they know what they're coming to and they want the job that we are offering them. Getting the right staff is essential to be able to succeed in the program. If you don't have the right staff, you're going to end up coping, and you end up layering inefficient staff on top of inefficient staff to try and make the program work. Sometimes when you've got a bad member of staff, it can be difficult to make the decision to exit that member of staff, and you'll think about the difficulties if they leave or if you cause them to leave. But my experience has shown we're better going through the pain of losing a member of staff and getting the right member of staff in place who can then help us succeed and do a good job. Once you've recruited the team, the next challenge is to keep them engaged with the vision of the organisation. The key to that is accessibility with the vision holder, whether that's a senior manager, director, chief executive, probably yourself, whoever that may be. You've got to be accessible to the staff. If you have middle managers, that's really useful, but you want to make sure they don't become a blockage to accessing you as a vision holder, and that you are still accessible. I do this not just through the formal methods of team meetings and supervisions, but also informally, eating lunch with the staff, going out with the staff, to make sure that we have a good rapport, good relationship. The final element is about good management support. You need to make sure that your managers have the time that they need to be able to support your staff. This is about them giving attention to one-to-ones, observations, supervision and team meetings, and making sure that they can make those times effective. If you take good management support and able to keep your team envisioned and get the right staff, then you'll be able to effectively supervise a large youth work team.